Hey folks, this is Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and you're watching WGS-TV. Tough guy.
What's up, guys? I'm the Wrestlegamer. Welcome to Time Tenshi Paradox Episode 1, right here on the arcade, and joining me for this, I guess we call it a visual novel experience, is the Studly Man, Ashley. Ashley, how you doing?
Not a Viking experience, is it?
No. Now, just to give you guys a brief recap of why I'm doing this particular novel, a couple of years ago, I did the first two Time Tenshi novels, and for some odd reason, you guys seem to like them very much. I'm not really sure why, but... And plus, I have been asked in the comments section on a few of those videos to do Time Tenshi Paradox Episode 1, so that's one of the reasons why we are here today to do them. So, let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Episode 1, The Calm Before.
Brought to you by Life is Strange.
For once, I'm glad things have been nice and slow lately. Ever since that incident a couple of weeks ago, it seems like I've finally gotten the chance to relax and take things easy. My name is Kenji Johnson, and I work for my grandfather at a covert facility housing his unique invention, the Time Window. It's a long story, but to cut to the chase, the Time Window is the first functioning time machine developed by mankind. The team that uses the Time Window is a group of girls known as the Time Tenshi. Tenshi, for those of you who don't know, is loosely translated means angels. And over the months, they've become very important to me. You could say our organization is a very well-kept secret. And about my grandfather being the original inventor, well, let's just say that's by no means the craziest thing that's happened to me. In recent weeks, the Time Tenshi and I had been testing to our limits by Neferuri, the power-crazed princess from ancient Egypt, and her maniacal scheme to snare the entire planet in her grasp. If things had gone just a little differently, some stroke of chance or a minor miscalculation on our part, who knows what could have become of the future. But the facts are, they didn't. At the last moment, we somehow snatched victory from the clutches of seemingly inevitable defeat. Of course, that's not to say there isn't a swirling mass of unanswered questions floating around in my mind. But where those thoughts would usually puzzle me or keep me awake at night in the past fortnight or so, I've been completely at ease. Maybe it's the relief that flooded my being when our dire peril was finally over. Perhaps the chaos left me so worn out that I've hardly had the strength or willpower to give it much thought since then. Or maybe it's the kind, supportive care the girls have been showing each other, and me, since that time. 2 weeks earlier. So this is the place? Oh, Kenji, I'm coming over.
Yes.
Oh, you'll like this. You'll like this next character, actually. It'll fit you just fine. I heard the familiar English accent of the blonde-haired woman as she entered the classy restaurant where we scheduled a celebratory meal after the recent events. Hello, Rose. She walked gracefully over to the large table where I'd already taken my seat and set her handbag down beside her chair before beaming her warm smile across the table at me. Hey, Rose, good to see you.
Kenji, likewise. How are you feeling?
I'm alright. I've been taking it easy the past couple of days, really.
Oh yeah, me too. After what happened, it's only right that we should rest for a while.
The fair-faced Rose was the first of the Time Tenshi, a scientist around the facility, and a sword-wielding knight on our missions into history. Her normally calm and polite demeanor often gave way to her underlying passion for battle, especially when her friends were in danger. Yeah, that's right. Say, have you seen the others?
Not yet, but I'm sure they'll be... Oh, here comes somebody now.
Yep.
It looks like this is it, but because we don't know who it is.
Several heads turned as a blue-haired girl burst into the restaurant wearing a somewhat revealing and undeniably cute outfit. Get ready to meet the gamer girl of the time, Tenshi, everyone. She skipped over to our table and almost jumped into her seat.
Oh, so how's it going? Christ, yeah, I'm trying to remember. Kyo, glad you could make it.
There's a certain Twitch moderator from my channel who's not gonna like this too much. Or maybe she would, I don't know. Hey Kyo, nice to see you.
Hey guys, did I miss anything?
The bubbly girl was the second member of the Time Tenshi. Her cute, energetic personality shone through both in the Time Window facility and our adventures into history. And aside from the mischief she caused, Kyo was also a trained expert in medical matters, as well as equipment maintenance. Nah, not really. You're right on time.
Yay! Oh, who's that?
3 more figures appeared at the door, smiling and chatting together. One of them, an alarmingly curvaceous red-headed woman, spotted our table, and the trio waved to us as they made their way over to their seats. Tessa, Michelle, Grandpa! Great to see you guys.
See, I'm trying to work out which character this is, so I'll just say Ken, Rose, Kyo, you all made it. Destroyed a bag!
Yeah, it was. Oof. I reeled from the impact as the sturdily built girl nearly knocked me over while taking her seat next to me.
Oh crap, sorry again. Didn't break anything there, did I?
No, I'm fine. Really. The pink-haired tomboy was Tessa, our newest recruit, and she had a fighting style to match her temper. Highly skilled in coding, she was also a keen fitness enthusiast and possibly the strongest of the group. Her cute appearance could be deceiving. If there was anything she hated, it'd be getting called cute by anybody. Meanwhile, struggling to squeeze her overly busty body into the space provided between the chair and table was a red-haired woman who tried to conceal her difficulty with some small talk. Yeah.
Right, Oh, so how was the journey here, guys? Looks like you're having trouble there. Michelle, want me to give you a push? What? No.
Here's the thing people need to remember about Kyo, that the Kyo in the game, not the Kyo that we know. The Kyo in this visual novel, she is basically not afraid to put her hands where they don't go, if you know what I mean.
I'm doing this fine, thanks.
Finally squeezing herself into her chair, Michelle smiled at us all. Michelle's appearance was due to a serious time window-related incident she suffered in the past, but those days were behind her now. Our group's commander and operations manager, it was her duty to oversee missions and the general functioning of the time window. Her initially stern mannerisms had eased a little, but she was still rarely seen without her trademark cane. Well, everyone seems to be here now. Good. My grandpa smiled from the opposite end of the table. The brains behind the whole operation. He was also the inventor of the time window, and the one who had introduced me to the secretive organization in the first place. He cared deeply for us all and was ever cautious about the risk of time travel, not to mention what could happen if his prized technology ever fell into the wrong hands.
Anyway, let's get some grub. I'm starving. Oh, Kyo, please exercise a little patience. We've only just arrived. Yeah, but... Here's the waiter now.
Good evening, ladies and gents. Here are your menus. Thank you.
Just clarification. Why is there menus when there's fucking food in front of them?
I don't know. I don't know.
Ew. I want. Everything.
Yeah, we kind of saw that coming with Kyo.
Kyo, shush.
As the evening went on, we all shared a delicious meal together, laughing and reminiscing on times past. And for a time, it seemed as though our troubles were long since forgotten. 1 week later, I entered the large laboratory that... Now, here's the question I want to ask before I continue that statement. Is it laboratory or laboratory? Or does it really matter?
Because of you being I'd say because of American and say laboratory.
Okay. I entered the large laboratory that housed the time window, the imposing, brilliant machine that granted our team the power to explore the realms of history. No matter how many times I come here, the time window never ceases to amaze me. Shame it's still beaten up pretty bad, though. Before long, Rose noticed my presence and left what she was working on to greet me.
Oh, hello, Kenji. Did you sleep well?
Now, here's the thing. Now, so we do have choices that we can make. So should we say I slept fine or I hardly slept at all? You know what, Ashley? I'll leave that decision to you. What should we say here?
Considering that you said I didn't really lose much sleep over the past few weeks despite all the events, surely it makes sense to be slept fine.
Okay. Yeah, fine. Thanks, Rose.
I'm glad to hear that. It's nice that all the events don't seem to have gotten to you that much.
Yeah, well, it's all thanks to you guys.
Oh, it is?
Really, yes. I appreciate all the support and everything. Thanks, Rose. Rose just smiled warmly in response, and I felt privileged to be able to count the blonde-haired scientist as one of my friends. So, how about you? Did you rest well?
Well, not too badly. These repairs have been keeping me up, I suppose.
Oh, sorry to hear that. How are the repairs going anyway?
Well, many of the time Windows systems are still offline. Essentially, the whole thing was but fried by the huge amounts of power it took to stop the temporal collapse from reaching us. Yeah, and it gets worse.
We heard a voice from the corner in the room, and a figure rose from one of the damaged panels near the floor. Yeah. That's all I'm gonna say is
German,
yeah.
German.
I
remember the accent really. Give me a chance.
It didn't take long to recognize who it was.
Michelle? Goodness. I mean, I keep forgetting you're back with us. Well, here I am, in the flesh. Hey, Kenji.
Hi, Michelle. Still haven't gotten used to the way she looks now.
You look pleased to see me.
Yeah, probably about every person who's watching this on YouTube right now. I did my utmost to fight back a blush, but Michelle's seductive expression soon darkened, like she was still coming to terms with her new appearance.
I guess I'm stuck like this now, huh? Oh, don't worry, Michelle. It will just take some time for your body to recover from its vast levels of exposure to the coronal vortex, that's all.
Just a quick explanation, just to make sure that what they're saying right here kind of makes sense. I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of context to the whole situation, is the fact that whenever the girls would go into the time vortex, the time window, they would be flooded with vast amounts of estrogen, among other things, which caused body abnormalities such as their boobs to grow. However, it didn't didn't affect the guys, though.
Who wrote this shit?
I don't know.
Now, do I take a guess on it being the American or the cop? Yeah, you'll be back to no time. You'll be back to normal soon, that's for sure. Please be the American.
I think it is. No, it's Kyo.
Wow. I should have done the fucking Luigi. Wow.
You notice how she
Or
has
is it Wowie Zowie from the
You
last
won't-
Luigi's Mansion?
You notice she's holding a Sony PSP in her hand? Or is that a
She
PlayStation
got
Vita?
PSP in her hand. Who gave her the PSP? Right, Kenji?
A bubbly girl must have snuck up behind us, and I almost jumped out of my skin when she glomped me from behind without warning.
Is that a word?
Yep. Now, should we play it cool or react with a surprise? What do you think?
Considering how it caught you off guard, I'd say surprise is probably the best.
God, did you have to sneak up on me like that?
What's wrong, Kenji? Life's full of surprises, you know. Good morning, Kyo. Do you think you could unhand Kenji for us? Just for a little bit? Morning, Rose. Morning, Michelle. Hey, where's Tessa? Oh, she's at the gym. Said she needed to blow off steam or something like that. I can understand that. But I don't think the gym will be very practical for me right now.
Now, if that's not an understatement, I don't know what one is.
Who wrote this shit?
Again, I don't know. She shrugged and shuffled awkwardly. And now we have to ask them a question. How about going for a run, or have you tried cycling? Can you imagine her like that running?
Or cycling.
Or cycling, but we gotta pick one here.
Cycling, I think, is the least offensive.
Alright, well, let's try it.
Maybe.
Let's try it. Have you considered cycling? You can start gently and pick up the pace when you feel comfortable.
Huh. That's actually not a bad idea. Thinking with portals. You know, I might try that, Kenji. Yeah, given her current state, I think a bicycle routine could be helpful. Aw, you're so thoughtful, Kenji. What would we do without you?
It's nothing, really. As she glanced around and noticed the lab's state of disrepair once more, Michelle's expression became more serious. Going on experience, I thought I took this as a cue to expect some kind of situation briefing from her.
Anyways, let's get back to the time window for a bit. Like Rose said, a lot of our systems are down. They're not just without power, they're actually frazzled. Observance mode is offline. Future travel is impossible right now, and we have no way of pulling people back if they get into a pinch. We'd have to wait for the next opportunity, which right now could be anywhere up to half an hour. So in the event of an emergency, we'd be left exposed to danger? I can definitely imagine that going wrong.
Up against something like the quantum guards, that could be fatal.
Yeah, so I don't have to spell out the time window is off limits right now, guys. We need to get this thing fixed up between us, and then we can think about making further trips.
Kyo frowned a bit and bit her lip.
But wait, we can't. What is it, Kyo? Oh, nothing. We'll be able to travel soon again, right? I mean, I guess they're already big enough.
Take a big guess as to what she's talking about. Never mind, Rose pointed it out for us.
What I'm thinking about here is Tess is actually already in the fucking tube, and Kyo isn't admitting it. Oh, Kyo, can you stop thinking about your tits for just a few minutes, please?
Kyo blushed and blustered in response, barely concealing a mischievous grin.
Huh? I didn't. I wasn't. Girls, please. The only thing that matters right now is that we're out of business for the time being.
Yes, indeed. At the current rate, repairs may take up to a month or so. Possibly longer, should we... Now you think you're thinking of Lord Tensai.
Where's fucking Matt Bloom? Where's Matt Bloom? We need Matt Bloom.
Possibly longer should we encounter any additional issues. Oh hey Grandpa, I didn't know you were here. Good morning. Actually, I just arrived back from a trip into town. You see, I needed to get some more Depends undergarments. I purchased a few essential items for our repairs from a hardware store.
Like he said, Depends. Oh, nice going, Gramps. Say, could you pass over a few of those M10 screws for this panel?
Certainly. Here you go. Oh, my back.
Thanks.
Grandpa passed the screws to Michelle, which can't be really misconstrued on any level whatsoever, and Kyo's eyes suddenly lit up.
Okay, sit tight, guys. I'm gonna get some grub for everyone. You must be really hungry.
We've been so preoccupied with our conversation that I completely forgotten about food.
Oh, now that you mention it, yeah, that'd be beautiful. If I only had a tiny salad for breakfast, I'm famished.
Oh, me too. I hadn't had breakfast yet. Thanks, Kyo.
Be right back.
The blue-haired girl grinned and dashed out of the room, leaving Grandpa and Michelle to continue working with the Time Windows panels, while Rose tapped at one of the displays. Given my lack of experience in technical issues like this, I figured it would probably be best for me to leave them to it for now. I decided to head back to my room for a bit. Okay, I'm gonna leave you guys to it. I'll be in my room if you need me for anything.
Oh, okay, Kenji. Let us know if you need something too.
She gave me one of her radiant smiles before turning back to her work. No matter how many times I saw her beautiful features, her face never seemed to lose its glow. I smiled back at her and the others before making my way out into the hall. Well, guys, now that we're in the hall, what we're going to do is we're going to call it an episode here. If you guys like this video, be sure you slam that like button, like a champ, and if you guys want to see more of Time Tenshi Paradox Episode 1 right here on the arcade, you know the 2 ways you got to do it. You got to leg up the subscribe button and hit that bell icon to turn on notifications so that way you guys will never miss out on another video right here on my channel. So with my thanks to the Studly Man Ashley, I'm your friendly neighborhood Wrestlegamer, reminding all of you guys out there to just stay awesome. Bye, guys!